All right, Tuesday morning, July 15th. I'm going to let you guys in on some TikTok information. I'm going to talk about the Creator Fund or the Creator Program or whatever it's called now. So, I've been in the Creator Program 3 times, including right now. I rejoined at the beginning of July. The first time that I was in the Creator Program was for about 2.5 months in the fall of 2023. And then for about 2.5 months starting like last August, so almost a year ago. Both times I had a very similar experience. I was in for about 10 weeks. First month went great. The second month things started to crater, and then a couple of weeks into the third month I got kicked out. And so how the Creator Fund works, just overview, you get the total number of views on your videos that you have each day, and then TikTok decides how many of that gross number of views are what they refer to as qualified views for the Creator Program. And then they apply what's called an RPM rate, a rate per thousand, which is the rate that they pay you per 1,000 qualified views. So let's take yesterday, for example. And this is typical of the pattern that I've experienced previously in the Creator Fund. So yesterday, Monday, July 14th, I had my videos for yesterday got 2.4 million total views. TikTok said that 675,000 of those views were qualified views, which I think is less than 30%. And they applied my RPM rate, which currently is 7 cents, to that number. And I made like $48 yesterday on 2.4 million views total. Now, contrast that with, say, 10 days ago. My RPM rate, so I think it was on July 6th or 7th, my RPM rate was $1.14, and I earned almost $600 on that day. So in 10 days, my RPM rate has dropped by 95%, and my daily earnings also dropped by 95% in 10 days. And I haven't changed anything that I'm doing. My views have actually gone up over 10 days ago. My views are higher this week than they were on that day that I made almost $600. TikTok doesn't provide any explanations for any of these things. But you know, that 95% drop in the RPM rate is something that I experienced both times that I was in the program before. Both times I was in the program before, by the time they kicked me out, my RPM rate was less than 1 penny. And it had been as high as $1.50 or $2 or above $2. And they just dwindle it down to literally nothing. You know, total gross views versus qualified views, who knows, man? I don't know. They're very opaque and murky in how they calculate that stuff too. So it's like you join the Creator Fund or the Creator Program and your numbers start out here, and then it just goes all the way down to here in a matter of days. And you know, and the thing that's frustrating about that, it's like I don't know how people, like, you know, replace their full-time job with TikTok, because there's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no dependability. There's no reliability to it. You can't plan on it. You can't plan on it doing anything other than cratering, which mine has. But it's like, given my previous two experiences, I would have been surprised if it didn't. I just rejoined it at the beginning of July just to see how it would go, and just to see what would happen and see if the two previous experiences that I've had in the Creator Fund would be consistent with this one. And it has. This experience so far has been entirely consistent. And I've only been back in for 2 weeks. I joined on the 1st of July. And so anyway, I just thought y'all would be curious to know kind of how the Creator Fund works. And, as with everything TikTok related, it's essentially just abusive, and they keep you in the dark and they don't tell you shit. And then they randomly change the rules, and I fully expect to get kicked out of the Creator Fund any day. So, all right, apart from that, have a great Tuesday.